Good morning. So the bells are ringing in a message about hidden information. Something is being held up and held to ransom. I have angels in the house here that I was to pick out for you. The first, though, is they showed me this card. I had to go and find it. Rick Beale, also Commander Ashatar, and the Kyle, I can never remember his last name, that guy's card, the angel, he's Angel Channeler, as well. And interesting messages about, I'm getting something about SpaceX and something about space travel, and first contact. Okay, so that's a message we've got to look at. And we've got these angels, one of them, which is, who is deemed a fallen angel, but I'm always told there are no fallen angels. That's according to them. They find the depictions on these cards quite amusing, the angels who I'm channeling. So we have something about a lot of green. The colours are important here. And have you seen that egg I was on about in the previous video? The cosmic egg, a gift from the universe, and it's a child, which is bizarre. It's a female child, so interesting. They're talking about the divine feminine here. But we have peacock showing, celebrating, showing the gifts and the knowledge. There's something about green. Green is often for healing. So we have Zachariel. We have Azrael, who is angel of death, bringing in changes. We have Archangel Michael, of course, protector. Ancient knowledge, forbidden, hidden knowledge, I'm told there. We have Archangel Metatron, bringing in, I just heard, the mathematics of the situation and the macabre, geometry. And what about this guy? Ancient wisdom and knowledge from the planets, from the stars. The staff of light. Don't ask me to say his name because I just can't. So, yeah. We have Archangel Uriel, the storyteller. So these are the angels who are in the house that wish to bring forward information. Right. We also have the sun card. There's something about solar flares here. The sun being eclipsed. I don't know of any other eclipses. Where do you want them? Okay, I just have to put these back. So welcome in if you're new here. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Still got my cold a bit, but it's definitely getting better. Yeah, thank you to my new members as well, and to everyone for supporting the channel and supporting me. You need to be, I don't know, for some reason I want them in a certain order. Okay. I have a lot of information written down. I also have a lot of names for people to pay attention to this message in particular. So I'm just going to read those names. We have, like, the one of my favourite actresses, Margaret Rutherford. We also have a Claire Rutherford, so I don't know if you're related. And I love it when people contact me and they say, that's me, and blah, blah, blah. I did that on the Pure Angelic Tarot channel, but I'm not being asked to do any messages on there at the moment. We also have Philip Traynor, Judith Hepscott, Tony Anders, Claire Fries, and Antonia Bark. So there's something in this message for you. Or these could be people that you know in spirit, or people around you that you need the message for. I don't know, but I personally think it's a call to the light workers. So if your name's here, a light worker, or if you're watching, you're a light worker. Okay, so I also got there's some shock surprises coming out of the box. And there was a lot about boxes today. I'm seeing a clown come out of the box. Sorry, I've been at my nail varnish again and I've got it on. Crap, I didn't really crap. Something coming out of the box. Having to look outside the box. That egg is staring at me. Very odd. Something hatching, a plan hatching. Okay. Some definite shock surprises, hidden truth coming out. Keep getting that. Okay, so what I'm saying as well, and it's a lot about focus at the moment, giant pyramid, that was behind me when I had my visions. It's like over here, and then somebody sprinkled, and it was gold dust. This gold dust, it's gold healing, this gold, I don't know, but it's all to do with gold. Then I saw a load of train tracks and going into a tunnel. I saw a sword. And then I'm going to tell you, because it's quite amusing. You know, I keep talking about this chair I'm supposed to sit in when I go on the other side. God help them is all I can say. This, I'm going to call it the chair. Yeah, I have, they often pull it up to a table with a lot of like statesmen sitting around. So, seat at the table. But this is like, I don't know when I pass on. Yeah. So you know what I'd say to you is you don't know what you're going to have to do after here. And I know I'm talking to ascended masters and, you know, important light workers and star seeds and stuff like that. So, you don't know what chair you've got to sit in. But mine is, well, it's red and it's gold. That's all I'm going to say. I hate talking about it, but it's part of the message. So, I'm older in this vision. Before I was a little child. Now I'm older, 17. They keep telling me I'm 17. Wouldn't that be nice? I haven't said that. I made a lot of mistakes at 17. One was getting with my ex-husband, but that's another story. So, anyway, so this is where the Mayan thing came in, because it looked like a Mayan, a bit like that, the way it was shaped. But all these steps going right up high here. Now, stairs are important. I talk about ascension, about going into higher thought. So we've got all these steps going up and all these people standing on either side. And there's the chair. And they drag the chairs at the top and they drag me up the steps backwards. And it was really odd feeling because it feels very lonely. It always feels very lonely. And I get the top and I'm made to sit in this chair. And it's like I can see and I feel very emotional. My son is at the bottom of the steps. And I feel separated. I feel alone. So there could be something about separation here. Separating. I'm seeing like 2 planets separating. I'm not sure what that is, but remember, we speak, it's all a riddle. It's an important message. Somebody said, yeah, one of my members, about the world being just a stage. Yeah, it is, but it's a stage for rehearsing things. I've talked about in previous messages that this is where we came to learn on this planet, because outside of space, and I'm sorry, I'm sticking to that. I've always had that before I start talking about it on here. And I asked, actually, an astrophysicist whether it was possible, and they said yes. So, there. Outside of space, there is existence. And people fought many wars, fought whatever. And we created this. God's supposed to be this giant computer, universe, whatever. So why the symbols come in and you download sometimes. And we keep this planet, and there are other planets as well, but this main planet, to learn how to not fight wars, which is, we've failed, haven't we? So but how to live in different ways, to find answers to solutions to different things that were problems over there. And it has become a very precious place, and it's very important. So this stage is important. It's rehearsal. So yeah, but it felt like, I have to go back to this, like I was miles away from him, and I didn't like it. But then all of a sudden he come up the steps and he was right next to me. So I don't know what the heck that's all about. I'd be interested to hear his perspective later. So but it was like, oh, because I worry, you know, because things are going to be very different for us next year. All his courses are finished at university, and mine will just beginning. I'm not even sure what part of the country I'm going to be in, or if indeed this country, so I don't know yet. But yeah, the PhD thing is definitely starting to move. So finally, anyway, I've got somebody excited about my project, so I'm really pleased. But anyway, it's all part of the message for some reason. It's because it's all about knowledge, gaining knowledge. I think the light workers are going to be given a lot more knowledge of what's coming. I mean, I chewed them out again about what happened last, where are we? I forgot what day we're on, last week. But still won't tell me. But it's what I've, I think it's what I've said already. I'm pretty sure about that. But there are some surprises coming out of the box. We've talked about that in previous videos. I'm not going into it here and what my prediction on all that is. But there's definitely some knowledge coming to bear. Some secret knowledge. Look at this lightning. We got the tower yesterday. So let's have a look anyway. We'll get a couple of more cards here. So there's definitely Carol of the Bells was on again for the visions. I had to listen to it, different versions of it. Very quiet this time. Definitely about the bells. And I saw one of the mibs with a bell, you know, angelic mibs, and tapping the bell like that. And ringing in the changes. Then it's all about this hidden child. Okay, this hidden, I saw a box, and it's a girl. I'm not going into who I think it is or what about, because I don't know if they're talking to me about my higher self or whatever, because it sure ain't me here. But it's something, will not let me get out of talking about. I just don't want to talk about it. Okay, so this is relevant. You could be in it. There could be something about your power, your psyche, whatever, that's been hidden and you're being brought out, and it's to do with the divine feminine. And I saw this box and this little girl getting into the box and then they'd been put down, which is horrible, right? But they took the box off. She's about 8 years old, took the box off and then helped her out straight away. So kind of weird, but this is the message. I wrote the hidden child taken out of a pyramid box. Then I keep saying the guitar, which is to do with music. We talked about the sound in previous videos as well. Then I saw something I've seen a few times, but it was slightly different. Late 1930s children running about, or sort of in their teens. And one of them was my grandmother when she was a young woman. Oh, sorry, I haven't seen her for a while. And we're running down a country road. Now, she had, her family had a house in the country, or they had cousins in the country. Where was that then? Which was the northeast. Might be relevant. I'll remember it. Then I saw a bicycle, which represents cycles and getting out of a cycle. Then I saw something odd with a boy with wings of a butterfly. Okay, and there were huge wings. I saw a lot of winged people today. Angels, you know, with the wings, everything. And I put transformation, question mark, fickle. But butterfly does mean transformation. Or can also mean nature. Nature, the divine masculine. I don't know. But it's very much a 6 of Cups feeling to it, where the little boy and the little girl. And it's all about them coming together. Then I saw Jesus again. I heard the word of God, the crucifixion. Remember, now I say Gandhi. Every time I say that, Gandhi comes in. Oh my. Yeah. And then I saw the horned one, but it was like antlers. And then I heard Scorpio, a sting in the tail. There's a big sting in the tail coming for someone. Big sting in the tail. I leave it up to your imagination. There's about 3 people it's coming for. Big sting in the tail. And all I'm to say is, and I'm not mentioning who they are, leave it to your imagination. You thought you'd won, but you haven't. And this is 3 people. Not just 1, 3. Then I heard, I had to say, oh, hill and dale. And I saw fields and hills. And then the rib keel. I want to say rib keel, but it's rib beal. But I want to say rib keel for some reason. It keeps coming in my head, so I don't know if that's relevant. But this is where it gets spoiled. Because, because I was presented with a craft like that in my hands. And shown this card. They came and they just put it down on the table there, card. It, not literally, but it was so strong. Everything is so strong again this morning. Very, very strong. But anyway, so there's something about spacecraft. We're going to go into this. I'm just telling you the vision. I'm told to talk to you as well about what I saw yesterday, which they kept back, was how when they're traveling and they're showing me this information, they go to different places. They can go all over the world. And these little Palladium ball things that I've talked about, again, previous videos, round, but not like this. They're not like this at all. This is something, this is referring to something else. Anukai. Okay, calm it, calm down. Thank you. So see, they're trying to talk through me. No wonder my voice is hoarse. So what they show me often is like a grid. It's like made up of squares, like a grid. It's like those horrible arms like grids, right? But it's bigger and it's blue. It's all blue, okay? Which is communication, blue throat chakra as well, which is having problems here, obviously. But it was long and they were just walking along it. And as they were walking along it, I could see streets underneath. It was bizarre. It was like it was clear. You could see through the squares, if you like, but this blue grid. And they were just walking along it and doing things. And there are these streets. And they'll often, it starts off wherever they take me in the vision, if they take me to a place. I mean, they've already told me where I'm going to live next year. They haven't, well, they've told me that the place has been chosen. They told me what to wear today, everything. And because of, I don't know, I had to wear red. Okay. So I get advice about lots of things. You've got no idea. But they'll take me to these places, but it comes in and it looks like, you know, if you jump in hyperspace, you know, on these space things, but it's a bit different. But it's like that. And then all of a sudden, these energy things just change and they form into this street and to wherever. And it's there. It's bizarre. I've seen things at the town. You know, I was out in the town the other night Oh, coffee. When are my espresso pod's going to arrive? I'm gasping for coffee. Sorry. But I was out for coffee and I can see these ball things in the street and there's lots of people in them. So it's a bit like the Doctor Who in the TARDIS. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like I have no idea how they're doing it. They keep showing me engines that talk about fugal. I can't say it. Why can I not speak when I'm channeling? Centrifugal force. A lot about engines. And they show me the back of an engine. A lot about space travel and engines. Einstein, I can see Einstein right now. Theory of relativity is so important. There's going to be inroads made into space travel. Again, it keeps coming on this arc. I think at some point we have been told as well, to be honest, I'm not just thinking that we are going to leave this planet at some point. And I don't know if preparations are being made now. And that is... is that why you need him? Oof. I don't mean the orange him. I mean the Bond villain, we're going to call him. You know who I'm talking about. I'm sorry, but I'm not giving these people airtime. But there is something about that. But he's going to be the Tesla is going to fall. Okay, we've talked about that. 8 to 9 weeks. But anyway, there is something about spacecraft, and there's going to be quick advancement in spacecraft, in engines. It's almost like there are people on this planet, right? And I'm not just talking about light workers who are born. There are people on this planet who are giving information. They are alien beings and they are giving information. And these people don't know they're getting information. They've been given an equation. I was getting loads of equations back then. In fact, you want me to write it down? Okay. Yeah, because I saw an engine again and I heard something coming from space, and then I saw people in this craft, this big round window, right? Looking out of a giant window on a spacecraft. So, why? You're serious? I gotta tell them that. All right, okay. So I had 2 songs today. Penny Lane by the Beatles. And now this one, which is one of my favourites. Flash. From Queen, for the 1980 Flash Gordon movie. It's banging in my head right now, through my body. I swear to God, they've got a DJ over there that just starts playing all these. This one, quick! And then I'm saying that craft arrive. Right, is there an equation? There's some knowledge being given. It's not reverse engineering, there's some actual knowledge being given. That's something about that's going to come out on the 14th. Somebody said there was, on the 14th of December. I had to turn comments off, but I'm trying to do it as best I can because I have got to keep focus. Okay, at the moment there's a lot happening for me and it tends to knock me. And some of the comments I read that have been hidden by YouTube on my channel. No, not at the minute. But I read them all. I replied to as many as I could before I could take them off. So, and I read all of your emails. I can't get back to all of you, but I do read all your emails. Okay, so I am listening to you. Right? Okay. I've got so much information coming at me at the minute. So if I go off and then come back, it'll all come together. Right, so what is this equation? The power of 10. God, I hate maths. Oh, interesting. I don't want to give me the rest at the minute. All right, so I don't even know if that makes mathematical sense, but it does to them. So Anukai, 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 beware they Anukai. Oh, okay. So, interesting though, that number 14. There have been 2 visits recently. They are visiting. We don't hear about it, but they are visiting. They are communicating with powers. Decisions have been made that affect us all. Right, I've been asked what cards. I've got another bit of information to come out here. Right, that's come at the end, apparently. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Solar flares. Disrupting the internet again. 16th of December. We've got dates again. These ones? Okay. You want them there now. All right. Okay. Oh, very precise. Very precise. He has to be up there. All right. We'll put him there then. Okay. Whew. Anukai. What do you want to tell me about the Anukai, please? Oh, that's how they're saying it. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. Got their fingers in the pots everywhere. 7. It's a lot about 7. Causing 7 obstacles. 3. 3 diverted to me. Remember yesterday I had that thing about being in the pyramid. Well, 3 are coming around this pyramid. You got to remember we're talking about my higher self doing stuff here. Okay. So 3. We don't like what I'm doing. They don't like what a lot of the others are doing, giving away too much knowledge. Not to mention the... I just heard that again. There's this guy, this angel come in and he's like... Yeah, I feel his energy like that, really strong. And I don't know who he is. He's not Archangel Michael, but he's like... that's how the energy feels. And he keeps, you know, he's the one I talked about where I woke up in the middle of the night and he was throwing a spirit out and I could physically see him throwing this guy out. And then this other one was very odd ears and elemental, dark elemental, something like that. And he was pulled out and I was like, oh, who is that? What? This is all in the middle of the night. And I just heard, he uses Fred's voice from ASMR. Fred's voice ASMR. Oh, I love. And he does his butler voice. And I heard it again. Lower dwellers. So, hey, we've got to keep laughing because this is scary. This is like, they want to make it clear, not end of days, transition. Okay. So, we've got 9 of Pentacles. Why is that? Crystal skulls. I don't know these skulls. I don't know. It's crystal skulls. Anukai. They return for the crystal skulls. They want to remove knowledge. They want to wipe out knowledge. Oh my God, really? Take this earth back to its beginnings and start again. Oh, I don't think so. I'm not going through all that crap again. Don't know about you. Something to do with the crystal skulls. It keeps saying weird stuff like 410. What does that mean? Well, I know, you know, I know what it means, but why are they saying it? Okay. One more of these. There's a lot of the stars here. The stars are in all of these cards. Two of Pentacles. Look, these skulls. Do you know, I've never even bothered about the skulls on these cards until now. The skulls, juggling. I know this is Two of Pentacles and it's Roman numerals, but I just thought of awakening there. They're trying to stop the awakening, the mass awakening. They won't control. So, these people... Two of Wands, yeah. Look. Infiltrating governments throughout the world. And that one. Bringing justice, bringing balance. They believe they're bringing balance. They believe that the... all right, okay, they're speaking through me, which is interesting. We believe the balance is not acceptable. We believe the balance is not achievable in this present state of affairs. The balance must be recalibrated. Okay, so that was a representative. These people, they work in like a UN, whatever, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm just giving the messages from them. But it's that kind of thing. Okay, are there any other... I just can't do it, Willis. I don't think the angels like them. Excuse me. Stop that. That's not nice. They mean it in a negative, you know, as in negative. Okay, I'm to remove that. Got a few messages coming in here. Now what I'm supposed to do... Oh, I get it why they showed me the Nine of Wands. I'm carrying all the voices on my back. Is that correct? Correct. These people bow. Do you know, you could... I ain't anyone, right? And, you know, everybody to me, and I genuinely, I'm being truthful, is equal on this planet, right? But you never know if you're somebody, you know, you've come as a light worker or whatever to here, and there's some principality or something on another world that you're queen or king of, you know. It's to remind you of your own power and your own regalness inside. But, you know, you could be, and you'd be like, oh, a crap life I had to lead, and now I'm back to glory. You've got to think, you know, you've got to imagine, and you've got to think about how powerful you are and how special you are to be here doing this now, you know, and just remember that there are people out there who really, really love you. It may feel like the whole world's against you right now, but you are loved and you are thought of as somebody very special, okay? Right, where we're going? Here? Okay. On to the person who the comments about red dwarf. Nice to hear from another dwarfer. Let's get out the despair squid episode, because that's what it feels like. The despair squids come over and inked us. No, let's get out of it. We need... Oh, does that mean I'm Holly, the computer with the blonde hair? Thanks. Wake up. That's what she's doing. Is that why that episode is relevant as well? She keeps, wake up, do you know what you're doing? And they're pretending they're in a car driving, they're hallucinating. And they think they're gonna, excuse me, drive off a cliff because there's no hope. These people are chasing them. And they're sitting on little seats and they're pretending to drive. And she shouts, wake up. So that's really interesting. It's about wake up. Remember who you are. And we keep getting that. Okay. So we have deliberation. We have life force energy. Vast vistas. Abundance. Power. Show you them. Deliberation. Philosophy. I had to get my books out again. This one interests me, right? Because this is a writing book. This is how to build your world. Maybe it's a relevant message. World building workbook. And it's a steampunk one. It's a sci-fi one, which is interesting. The world building. So we are building a new world with our imaginations. We need our imagination to rebuild this world, to think outside the box, to welcome all sides and create this new world. Okay? There's definitely a lot of deliberation going on at this Light Council, Galactic Federation. The powers that be, we'll call them, on the other side. Okay? There's something about life force energy that's being tampered with, apparently. Life force energy of the planet. That means it's tampered within us as well, because we are connected. It's like we are counting veins everywhere. We are connected. Yeah? Vast vistas. These are problems that are coming up. I keep getting Mongolia, and I have to say Mongolia. What is in Mongolia? Something's hidden in Mongolia. Some knowledge, mountains, something in the ground. Mongolia, Mongolia, Mongolia. Please look. And this is the steppes of Mongolia. I just keep getting Mongolia. What the hell is in Mongolia? They won't let me look up anything before I give you these messages. They keep me away from the news, everything. So I get the odd time I can have a quick look. But to somebody who put a comment on about how I had problems with him and I needed to sort them out because they were affecting the reading for them. Well, tough, because it wasn't me. It's them bringing that in. It was part of the message. And I think most of the world has problems with him. So, you know, get lost. Jog on, as they say. Power. Old power is being dismantled. Stagnated, decayed. This is all life force energy as well. I mean, look, we've got dinosaurs here. And again, this can refer to the message, the Nukai, or the people we have to watch. Because I remember doing a video a while back saying how some of them, they'd all been consensus on their way to go with the planet, and some of them broke away because of what was going on, and it didn't seem to be working for them in some instances. So with the Nukai, they wanted us to progress at a much slower rate. And we've started to go very fast. And because of interfering races from other planets. This learning was meant to be done slowly. Now, in their eyes, it feels like the planet is up its own rear and thinks it can take over and become a dominant force. And they don't like that. That's interesting. But it must be. It must be. That's all I heard. We must be freed. They don't want that. Okay, and we've also got abundance here. Abundance of information. One, the new journey. Flow. It's not about money. It's about abundance of knowledge. Knowing the way. Two more. Yeah, I wonder when we're going to... Do you want it upside down or straight? Okay, straight. So we have this green, which is healing. Green, to do with healing. And that was really interesting last night because I saw it was after one of the videos. I have a lot, my higher self, and I see her with a whole load of gold light, but this is, sometimes it's yellow gold, sometimes it's like gold dust, sometimes I use silver, and other times I, the colour of the gold changes what I heal with. And for some reason I was putting a ton of gold into the earth. I was sending it off. I always send it off to Ukraine, US, whatever. I was sending it, my higher self. I can just see her standing there going, and then behind me, I always get, who tops me up, if you like, is a sun god, Solus. Really interesting that. But I see this person standing there, the light comes at me, I take it, and start doing things with it. So there's a lot of healing going on the planet, healing hearts and minds, healing. I don't know why it has to be gold, but there's this reference to gold, the gold egg, this pale gold, the gold sphere that I keep saying. I don't know if somebody's coming to give us like a gift, like from another race. I'm saying Ribkeel, whatever, Commander Ashtoy, he's got a few names, this guy. And a lot of it is masculine energy. And this is what drives me on the bloody wall. But it's obviously part of the message. It's to do with that. And then I see a ton of women. But I work with masculine energies at the moment. But this sphere. And it's almost like giving this sphere. And all of this stuff's going to come out. It's going to transform the world. It's to do with our origins, our true origins. I'm getting really hot when I'm talking about this now. It's to do with our origins. It's to do with healing. It's to do with a mass awakening of the truth. It's time to come out of the shadows and to see who you really are and what this world really is, and to understand. And they're having to bring it in a step at a time. It's like I'm looking at that and I just want to break it down into like squares. And I mean, they talked a lot about atoms, quantum physics, stuff like that in previous videos as well. I feel like we're getting back to that now. But it's almost like the only way I can describe it is like a holodeck on Star Trek. Excuse me, when it starts to go wrong. But it's like everything's made up of atoms, as we know about quantum physics, quantum entanglement, all that kind of thing. Between, what was it? Right, hang on, what was the bit you were... Between two temporary states. That's like the two. Right, okay, they're giving me like 3 programs at once. 3 episodes of some programs at once to try and explain this. So we've got... yeah, when she says about the 2... something between 2 temporary states. It's to do with quantum physics. And what was the other thing? 2 moons circling, which means atom. I'm not going into programs, but because I'm trying to keep on point here. 2 moons circling. Electrons, atoms. That's what it's made up of. Vast vistas, to put a light on that. There's something that knowledge is just going to blow our mind. I used to have visions where I was going up in levels, up in space, and I used to go. It was like I went through the ceiling on wherever I was when I was in the vision. My higher self going up, up, up when I first started doing it. And you can go back on this channel and you'll find those videos. I was going up, and I would get to one place and it had these funny, it makes me feel funny when I talk about it. That'll be to do with my balance thing, I suppose. But these trees, these brown tree-like things waving, and it looked like some sort of control room. It was bizarre. And then I would have to go up, and I'd get to the point where I'd be looking through a window. This is where the Wizard of Oz comes in, okay? Because it's all to do with who's behind that curtain, and it's almost like looking through the window at them, or they're looking through. They're always looking through at us. That's the only way I can explain it. They're always, and quite often it's this dome. Maybe the world is this gold sphere. And it's like opening it up and seeing where it really is. They often show me this little rock thing going through all this blue light and all this, I don't know, blue energy going around it and it traveling fast. No, it's not a meteor. It's something to do with the earth. So this is definitely about, I just heard the cat's out the bag. So what is that about then? So it's going to get, is it going to be right or right? Because Christmas has something to do with this. Whatever, if you're celebrating a festival around that time, or even if you're not, it's geared towards this time. They're showing me a bauble. Christmas bauble. Now they were witch baubles. Again, there's something about witches sending out protection and healing as well, to keep doing that. Because you're a big force. You command the force of nature. You're going to be given more help with that. You're going to be working more closely with elementals, nature angels. There's going to be a big angel come in, Metatron, Sariel. Some of these angels are going to be coming in to help you. This book, I'm just looking before we go any further. They keep showing me this huge book and I can hear them turning the page. They're doing it now. Stand over there doing that. And this is the book of the world. This is the history of the world. This is the book of the world and what happens next. There was something that was, I kept saying, the end. And now we're in a new chapter. We're in the next part. That's where all the prophecies are coming from, where all of this is becoming more like a prophecy. As in, not predictions, but some sort of prophecy about the world being revealed to be what it truly is. And I feel very emotional when I'm saying this, because it's going to free us, okay? Free us from tyranny. We're not going to be held to ransom anymore, okay? Because there will be no need of this. It's knowledge, but it is going to help us. But it has to be fed in stages. We have to be prepared for it coming through, because it's going to sound like, oh no, it's going to unground some people. I'm going to get a bit panicky, so they have to take it step at a time. I have to keep grounding at the moment. But that's what this book is, okay? So that's what's coming next. Storytelling. This is a story. This is a true story of the earth. Okay. Are there any other messages from, like, no. System. Yeah, we are 11, awakening, expansion, Jupiter energy. Okay. There's definitely something about Scorpio, which is intense energy, intense drama, everything. And some people are using that to their advantage. They're very aware of that, and they're using that to their advantage to keep people in a high state of, so they can do what they want. So be aware of that. But there's a sting in the tail coming for those who use that energy. Okay. So, am I to leave it here? Yes. Oh, one more. Yeah. The Chariot. These horses in the Rider-Waite, they're usually going two different ways. They're being pulled together now, going in the right direction. Things are going to happen very, very fast. We keep getting that. Their version of fast and my version of fast is not the same. So I'm Aries energy. No! It's not quite that. But it's going to move fast. I've noticed the end of this year, the time seems to be going fast, but it's being pulled in one direction. But have you seen all the stars on here? Yeah. You will see things in the sky. It is weird to go around and think, oh my God, it's a bloody UFO. Nobody else say that. So you may be seeing, there are people going to approach you who are from, could be alien beings, other side, whatever. If your guides, ask your guides, your angels, whether or not this is, always check with them if this is appropriate work for you to do, whatever. Or remember, you're in charge as well, so if you don't want it, you don't have to do it. But they're going to start approaching people to ground protection around the world. It's like they're stepping up a whole load of energy. The light workers are holding a lot of energy around the world like a shield. So there's going to be a stepping up of that. Right, well, that's weird. What are you saying that for? All right, so I'm going to leave you with this because I said this is the next video. But this is a little teaser. I just heard, very Star Trek, but Captain Jean-Luc Picard saying, abandon ship, all hands, abandon ship, very loudly. Why the hell they're giving me that? I have no idea. That's going to come out in the next video. Interesting. And I have some coffee now, please. Do you know I used to be a tea fanatic? Tea fanatic through and through. But no, I have to have coffee now. Changed it. Caramel latte. Decaf most of the time, but I have it. You would think I was having a sometimes, but I'm not. Very strict. So, take care of yourselves. And yeah, I shall see you next time. Check out my books on Inkit if you're up for that. Yeah, and that's it. And become a member if you wish as well. That's it for the moment. I'll have a new spooked out video, and check that out about my spooky life and learn more, probably on Saturday. So yeah, take care of yourselves, and thanks for subscribing and sticking with it. It's a riddle, it's hard, but I know my community is very intelligent, so we can get there. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.